Today I am standing here on Petroglyph Beach on the island of Wrangell in southeast Alaska. And this is one of those sites, as a historian, as a historical professional, that really gives me a lot of pause and really makes me feel pretty good about the way we use resources in terms of state parks and historic sites and archaeological sites here in the United States of America in the 21st century. For a little bit of background about this site, this is a beach located on the Isle of Wrangell in southeast Alaska, and it's a full public use beach. You can see from the video I have here, it's very accessible with a boardwalk. There's plenty of signage, educational signage. There's even activities for children before they reach the beach. What you're looking at here are replica examples of actual petroglyphs down below on the beach. And you can see that these replicas are made out of an artificial material for children to lay paper on top of them and take etchings of the petroglyphs. They're sort of the petroglyphs without erosion and without the destruction of time, rain, tides, and so on. Down below, though, as we take a walk off the boardwalk onto the beach, you're met by this really stunning view of the inside passage of Alaska. And you can see here these dark black rocks litter the beach. And it would be kind of a cool beach, a very Pacific, North Pacific beach for sure, until you look a little more closely. And when you look a little more closely, you can see all kinds of incredible etchings from 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, maybe more. We don't really know. Archaeologists aren't able to identify who made these etchings, and they're certainly not able to identify why. But we do think that these etchings were made by the ancestors in some way of the modern Tlingit nation that is centered on a lot of the islands in southeastern Alaska. I'm going to show you some of these now. I want you to think about what you're seeing here. Now, there's local legend about most of them, but really consider, in your opinion, what you see, because honestly, your guess is as good as anybody else's. Go ahead and put it down in the comments if you have an idea. But I'll show you some that specialist archaeologists and anthropologists have maybe pinned down, certainly some that I agree with, and maybe some that will require a little bit of speculation. This rock here, I think, is a very obvious one. This is an orca whale, very common in the waters here in the North Pacific, and the orca whale was something that these early travelers would have seen as part of their regular life as they moved up and down the coastline of southeast Alaska. This is one of my favorites. This is clearly a face, but it's not just a face, it's a war mask of the Tlingit peoples. The Tlingit peoples would often, when they go to war, paint their face black. So all you could see was the whites of their eyes, and they'd leave a little bit of space around the lips. And that's what you're seeing here on this rock. Here we have a really neat one. We aren't exactly sure what this is, but there is some speculation that this may be octopus tentacles. And if you look really closely, you can see the suckers that are kind of stuck to it. I think this is really cool. And I think it makes total sense. The Pacific octopus is certainly present in these waters. Here's one that really throws people off, and it leaves a lot of room for maybe some wild speculation. This is clearly a spiral pattern. And the thing about the spiral pattern is it appears all over the world. These are found in Korea, these are found in Scotland, these are found in Mexico, and yes, they're found here too. Does that mean that they are all related? Very likely not, and I mean really likely not. The reality is it's a very simplistic pattern. Anyone can come up with this on their own, sort of like the pyramid shape. Pyramids are all over the world. It's not because these people are communicating, it's because it's a simple geometric shape that's very stable. Bows and arrows were invented independently all over the world, so were atlatl spears and spear throwers. So sometimes things just translate to humanity, but this is one of the really, really cool ones. And again, it's one that it kind of gives us pause, but does deeply connect us to who these people are. So if you plan on visiting Petroglyph Beach on the island of Wrangell, I would highly recommend it. Bring your kids, bring your family. Little warning though, the water does have riptide, so I would say keep them out of the surf, but enjoy these ancient relics here in Southeast Alaska. Okay, catch you next time.